Burgess here with Music Marketing TV, and today we're going to be making some music with SynthMaster. Here's what we come up with. Alright, now that you've heard it, let's get into actually making it. I want to make something really kind of funky. Let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm going to start off with the browser and just find some interesting presets. I'm going to dig through bass because I think that's going to give us some neat options. Let's just go to look through here and check it out. Okay, so this classic garage sound. Yeah. Okay, we're definitely going to use that. I'm going to pop us down here to like 110, 115-ish. And let's get ourselves a funky groove going. So we're going to go and bring up our typical menus here. And all right, let's get 4 sounds in a row that just kind of, jam off each other. That's what we're going to do here. So brief introduction to SynthMaster, if you've never seen it. You see your effects chain here. There's 2 layers, and if you switch between them, you can see them. But it's grayed out is off. So everything's on here all the time. You just need to be paying attention. Effects can be swapped out in the effects area, and you have 2 buses as well as separate areas for layer effects. So you can do this like bus processing as well, which is really cool, and you can change how the layer sends work right here. So if you want just first bus for layer 1 and layer 2 processed separately in a separate bus, you can do that. If you want to use both buses for both of them, you can do that. You have options. So very cool. So very modular, and you can like set up your inserts. So this will update the area here. At least it will for the 2 layers. And so you can turn them on and off here without having to go to the effects tab, which is pretty convenient. And then some things that are really cool is in the Oscillator, the sound generation section, they have some really unusual things that you don't see that often, like a vector oscillator, which is really cool, additive as well. And then if you come over to the algorithm, and this holds true for the modulators as well, they've got these really nifty sync options, sync windows that offer just a lot of tonal possibilities. So if you're into sound design, a lot of really unique features here. On top of this, the filters are also built out pretty amazingly. And one thing that's also really nice is if there's automation on one of these things, it'll keep it through if you change filter types, which is really handy. And yeah, then you got a whole bunch of modulation send stuff here. So if you want to do like ADSR, LFO, sequencers, all that stuff's here. So anyways, brief introduction over. Let's just go ahead and dive right in. So we're going to look now for a second sound and bass, and let's just come down here. Maybe, I don't know. It's gonna be kind of wobbly. Be kind of cool. Oh, that's gonna be really low too. Sure, we'll keep it for now. And we'll go for our next sound. And we'll go browser. This time, let's just be a little bit more random this time, shall we? Okay, we're going to move out of that area. We went right back to the basses. Maybe. Yeah, let's mess with this, and we'll go up this one. It's kind of cool. Okay, let's take a quick look at this guy, and let's just see what's being used to sync them up exactly. It's this one. We could check the modulation targets by right-clicking on it, and we've got LFO1 and XPAD X1. Let's go to LFO1 here real quick. And it's set at sync. Set it to an 1/8. And this should fix it. Yeah, that works. That works. Okay, let's keep that. Let's try moving this down an octave. And then the last one, some sort of a chord thing. Okay, so it's SynthMaster. And we're going to go for a chord thing. Let's see. Do we have a chord thing labeled here? Not really. Piano keys, maybe something in there. Oh, these are actually pretty nice. All right, let's go with the cheesy bit. So let's go. Just do a half step. Okay, let's find something else. Okay, so in this case, I kind of know what I want a little bit. So let's go ahead and go to the initialization preset. And we're going to go to the effects. On layer 1, we're going to add an insert. We're going to add a, where are you? Ensemble. And we're going to pump it up to like 8. And bring the LFO. On the first layer, let's see here. Oscillator 1 is active. That's pretty much what we want, is a sawtooth waveform. And we're going to bring the cutoff down. Bring the filter in first. We'll go to analog. Yeah, why not? That's going to be a bit more. It's so high. Okay, the other one had octave stuff going on. Oh, kind of like the high one a bit more. Okay, all right. So we have our basic sounds. None of them have really been treated per se, but we have 4 sounds that all sound good, one right after the other. So we're going to keep this for a second, and let's build out a little bit more of a pattern. And then we'll go back. So we've got a small back and forth loop. Oh, crap. Did I do that for both of them? Whatever. We'll call this the funky thing. No, they're unique. Pattern 1 and 2. And then on the last one, you know, we do something even more different. You know, we're getting crazy now. So here, pretty nice, pretty nice. Let's get some drums on this real quick. I'm not going to be too picky about drums for the moment. So we're just going to go ahead and grab that. So there's our kick. We need a dope snare. So let's come in. Sure. It's a bit high. I'll keep the lower one just in case too. Dang it, I switched it. It's the cursive. The cursive. Switching your sample on accident. And do we want some hi-hats? Yeah, we're going to need them later. So let's go ahead and grab a hi-hat. That's such a weird hat. Let's go ahead. Sure. Kind of a more typical hat. We won't need a clap, I don't think. Sure. Something really short. I kind of vibe that. So we'll go ahead and do this like this little skedaddle business here. We'll turn this on a little bit. And then we'll do do-da. Do-do-da. Yeah, I kind of like that a bit more. These are all very loud in comparison. So we'll call this the wub. We'll call this the na-na. Sure, why not? Do-do-do-doop. And the chord. The only one with a name that makes any sense. We're going to go ahead, Control L these, sends them all to their own mixer tracks. And we're going to basically make this unique, this one. And this one we can, you know, lose this stuff. Just so we can hear the drums here for a second by themselves. We can get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. And now we have the drums. Okay, we need a hat on the 3, on the ups. I want to say 3 because there's 4. On the third one, sure. And let's add, is this the weird one? Let's add the weird one in here. And let's normalize it. Oh, that's as loud as it goes. All right, let's just, whoop. Okay, so I kind of dig this, and then on the last one, we'll add in we'll do one of these at the end. I don't know. I didn't think it was gonna work that well. It's kind of a funky thing. Okay, layers. Don't get distracted here. And also, this kick is also very soft. I'm not gonna worry too much about like fancy mixing and worrying about clipping and all that stuff right now. So we're just gonna pump it up. Oh, jeez. What else do we want to do here? Okay, so SynthMaster has some pretty cool ability when it comes to drum things. I don't know what it is about it, but they have a ton of drum preset things. Like that kind of stuff. And among them is like full-on little cycle things. Wonder if there's a way to swing these. Looks like the LFO. They're not using the sequencer? Oh, they are using the sequencer. You know what? We don't need the swing ability in here because we're using the swing inside the DAW. Which means if we write... Yeah, it's going to work like that. So let's go in. We'll make our new swing. That's how you spell it from now on. Now we're going to call this the little pluck. And oh, man, we can do things with pitch too, man. That could be so cool. It's going to just go all over the place. And on the last one, doesn't sound like these have too big a difference, but what if we like have this last one go like really low? Okay, while we're here, let's do some things with the panning here. I'm just gonna toss an auto panner on this thing, which I'm not even sure if I have it. I have a plugin though that I know it'll do it, so we're just gonna do one of these. So this thing is just gonna move it back and forth automatically. FL has like a native one too. Just give it a round. It's a lot easier to hear now, and in fact, we could even toss a reverb on this thing. Toss a reverb on it, and bring this down a bit. Okay, maybe a shorter reverb. We'll leave that alone. Okay, so anyways, yeah. So there's a little bit of how quick you can get running with SynthMaster. They have some pretty impressive stuff in here. Let's go ahead and also dig through. I feel like we could fit one more sound in here. You could just take it one level more. So let's see. We go to the browser. They've got it sorted by. I want to see what's in Deep House. What do we got in Deep House? Am I? Oh, these are all in Deep House. I feel like we could, you know, stick this in a couple places. It would work out. Oh, that sounds way cooler. On listening to it the second time, I don't like it right here. Okay, and then this one, I went down. Take that octave right here. We'll do that here as well. Did I do anything different on that one? No, it was pattern 2, so it's the same. Well, okay. At this point, I would begin building out a track, so we'd be digging away a bit from SynthMaster. So I'm gonna just go ahead and stick with our little loop here. And let me just listen, just see, is there anything else? We could try a pad or some sort of a sound that goes in the background and is just sort of this rhythmic thing. Browser, and we could gate it in an interesting way. They've got lots of weird pads. Like that one. It's got flangers written all over it in capital letters. So we're going to go ahead and maybe take this one. We're going to let it go. We're going to let it go. Okay. And then over here. And then we're going to have this thing go the entire 4 bars. And right now, this does like a big feel, because a feel change. You know what I mean? Because it's all just sort of open and long. Everything else is so short. So we're going to fix that with a gatekeeper. And gatekeeper has all these nifty gates. I hear what this is going to sound like. That is so loud. That's way too loud. I'm not going to deal with loudness for now, okay? We're just going to ignore it. I'm just going to... Okay, this is pretty cool. I'm going to try a couple other sounds here. And let's just solo this for now. Okay, so a pad, maybe. We'd have to compress it a bunch to have it be loud enough, fast enough. I think this could actually work kind of well with a bass sound as well. And even an ARP, because the notes will just change for us. Yeah, something like this. So for here, we'd want to change it from C. What did I go to, like G? Probably G. Okay, the low might be better high. I like this. We're going to stop right here just because this could go on, and we'd basically just build out an entire track. But that should give you an idea of some of the things that we could do here. Of course, this is capable, SynthMaster is capable of a bunch of genres, not just this one. And in this one, occasionally I'd go in, and this is typically how it goes. I like to start with presets, and then if it's not quite what I want, I'll come in and make exactly what I want. But very straightforward workflow. I mean, you come in, you add your effects, get your source going the way you want. And then if you want to do modulation, you can. That's something I did not highlight here that this can do. It can take audio sources in and apply modulation to them like right away. So you can bring your modulators in and you can do some really nifty things with modulation, which is what gives it such a huge palette, I think. Just the crazy ways you can do modulation in this. So really nice. And in a way that's sort of tucked away so that if you're into more traditional sort of subtractive synthesis workflow, you can sort of just, do that thing, which is kind of what I did here. If you have any questions about this, feel free to let me know. Subscribe and hit that bell icon for future videos. And have a blessed day.